Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just going to run a couple quick tests and make sure that everything's working online. Make sure you guys can see everything. Z X. All right. We're going to get started here in just a second. If you guys are just coming on, first of all, welcome to the presentation. I'm going to get started in just a second. My name is Matthew King, and I work here in my home office. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make a quick funnel. Actually, it's not a quick funnel. I'm going to teach you guys how to make a funnel. It's going to make you a lot of money within the next 6 months. You guys should easily be able to create an online business with your digital products that make you over $20,000 a month. Here, I'm going to explain this image in just a second once we kind of hit go time and get a few people on here. If you guys are just now coming in, if you could, hit the share button. Share this with your group, with your email followers, your Facebook followers, your Twitter followers. There should be a button down in the bottom of the video somewhere where you guys can jump in there and make some stuff happen and make some magic. We want to get as many viewers as we can on this video. So invite your followers. Yeah. All right, now, that being said, you guys are seeing some stuff on the screen right now, and I'm going to tell you exactly what that is. First of all, I've spent about 18 years in the Army, so occasionally I get very passionate about what I do while I'm teaching you guys how to do this stuff, and occasionally some curse words might pop out. So if you have kids, little ones around, some little chitlins around, I don't apologize for the words that come out of my mouth, but sometimes I need that to be the real me instead of trying to hold back. I hope you guys understand that. Yay. All right, so where are we at? I'm going to hit the play button, and we are going to go live on this video. If you guys are having trouble seeing me, let me know. What you guys are seeing here, first of all, is something called a combat housing unit. All right, and I'm going to give you guys the story real quick. While I was deployed in Afghanistan, we lived in this thing. It's called a combat housing unit, a CHU. Okay, I went to Iraq, and I lived in one. It looks like this. And then I moved to another one that looked like that. And I'm going to go back through here. And then I moved yet again when we went to Afghanistan to a unit that looked very similar to this right here. They're metal shipping containers. They have like little air conditioners cut out in the side. They're not the worst place in the world, but it's not exactly home, if you know what I mean. Now, this is the environment in which I built built my first, not six-figure business, but built my first profitable business so that I could now teach you guys what I do now. That's what created the basis of what I do now, but this was back in 2012. This is kind of what it looks like on the inside of one of those. It's actually kind of homey. You can see there's some spare wood parts that we would have to go out and get some, and this is what mine looked like, but it looked similar. This wasn't mine. I found this picture on the internet, but this is about as close as I could come to a picture that actually looked like the one that I had. And I would have a little desk there. We built it with some scrap parts and then threw the laptop up there. And I would do all of my business from there. This is another one that was around. We had one that looked pretty similar to this. I had a very nice desk. I wish I could have stayed there, honestly. It was very kind of cozy. I enjoyed it. Now, the internet over there is shoddy. It's horrible. It sucks. All right, it's $100 a month for minimal bandwidth line of internet. They give you this Cat5 cable. It looks exactly like this, and they gave me, for some reason, everybody else that's there for the prior years abuses the crap out of these Cat5 cables and the connections, and they're broke. You'll see right down here, it looks like it is completely broke off. Let me see if I can do this whole thing. Right here is where we're looking at right now. All right, not minus the little arrow thing there. I'm talking about this. Okay, that clip, when it's broken off, your internet connection is not stable at all because you have to hold the connection into the computer, and that's what it was like most of the time that I was over there. Because what really sucks, I didn't know that I needed to bring a crimper and some extra Cat5 ends and new cable and try and set this all up myself. It's not like I can go down the street and go to Radio Shack because this is the austere environment that we lived in while we were in Afghanistan, and I still managed to build a profitable business. Not like a six-figure business. I came back with about an extra 60 grand in my back pocket, but that gave, like I said, that gave us the advantage that we needed in order to build our business into what it is today. And that brings me to why I'm here teaching you guys how to do this today, right now. Excuse me, I'm going to get a quick drink of water. All right, hopefully that carries me through. So that kind of brings us up to date so I can teach you guys how to build build a profitable online marketing funnel. That's what we're here for today. Like I said earlier, if you guys are just now coming in, I'm sorry you missed the story. I'll hit on that here in a few minutes. I'm going to try and keep things rolling as well as we can. I've got about 50 to 60 minutes that I'm going to spend here with you guys to make sure that you guys get these 5 principles that I'm going to teach you that I learned while we were in Afghanistan in building a business. I didn't necessarily know that I was learning them while I was there, but I did, and now I can teach you guys these things, and you can put those into your business, and you can make a lot of money as well. This is for anybody that makes a living online. If you guys are entrepreneurs, if you decided not to work for somebody else, you wanted to stay home, work out of your office, have an office, you want to make money by asking people for money, then you're in the right place, especially if you have digital products, info products, something that you sell online. You can use what I'm about to teach you for physical products or a B&M or brick and mortar location if, in fact, that's what you guys have. All right? All right, in the next 60 minutes, I'm going to breeze through this. I'm going to teach you guys what a real funnel is and why your current perception of what that funnel is, I'm talking about a sales funnel, is holding you guys back from making a lot of money. Okay, how to attract hundreds of leads per day using a client attraction method that almost all businesses are using. I'll teach you guys what that is in a minute. How to make an easy sale, how this is the easiest way to turn your business into a highly profitable empire and do it fast. How to use sales copy to create mouth-watering desire so that your potential clients cannot control or resist their urges to buy your stuff. How to get your clients coming back to you week after week while consistently increasing your average customer value. I know that whole stuff was kind of boring, but overall, what I'm really trying to tell you guys here is that I'm going to give you guys, my gift to you guys by the end of this webinar is to show you guys how to build a profitable sales funnel to get it up online and be making $100 a day, an average of $100 a day within the next 60 days. And you guys should be able to duplicate that and make a lot more if you guys are on the ball. All right, we're going to call this George Costanza Day. I learned this technique from a friend of mine recently, and she said, say the opposite of what everybody else says and you'll get what you want. So what I'm going to tell you, most people about this point in their webinars are going to go, oh, you know what, we're not selling anything, we're not doing anything, we don't have anything up. That way people put their guards down, okay? But what I've found is that most of the time, like 90% of the time, they're lying. You get to the end of the webinar and they're still selling you something. So I'm going to tell you what right now to put your guards up because I'm about to make you rich, okay? I'm going to teach you guys some really amazing stuff on this webinar, and you can take what I'm about to teach you to the bank. You guys can make a buttload of money. Okay, you guys are going to take this all the way to the bank. You're going to laugh every inch of the way, every mile that you drive down there, and hand your checks to the whoever or whatever, however it is that you get your money in your bank. Okay, bottom line, if you take what I'm about to teach you here in the next 50 minutes or so, you guys are going to make a lot of money. At the end of this, I'm going to make you an offer, a way to make more money, and if you take it, then great. If you don't, if you want to go out and take this stuff with you and just try and figure it out on your own, that's great too. But that's the deal. George Costanza Day. Put your guards up. I'm about to make you guys rich. Does this sound like you? All right. Are you frustrated at life and business? Does it all seem meaningless, pointless? Are you tired of life? Do you give and give and give to your business and see nothing in return? All right, does it eat you up inside because this crap works for other people but not for you? Do you feel like you are drowning? Bottom line, are you tired or stuck in your business and just want to get to the next level but the damn thing just doesn't freaking work? Is that you? If it is, you guys are in the right place, and I'm going to try and put you at ease for a moment. There's something else going on. This isn't the real issue. The real problem is that you haven't put into play these principles that I'm about to teach you. I'm calling those the shifts. I'm going to teach you a little bit more about that here in a second. All right. Once you guys make it, you'll be able to create customers and clients on autopilot. It'll be quick and easy. You guys are going to understand what it takes to create a functional funnel that automates the majority of your work up front so you don't have to babysit the computer, the stats, or any virtual assistants that you might have. Okay? I told you I get really passionate about this stuff. I love it. All right, once you make it, you'll be able to breathe again. Because you'll have your life back. No more 18-hour work days and struggling for inspiration to get anything done with your business or your life, okay? And you'll be doing all this while tapping back into your original passions. I'm passionate about this. I love what I'm doing, and I want you to be passionate about what you're doing. It all starts with a single system, okay? The one thing that you guys need to know before you guys leave is that there's 5 basic principles that I'm going to show you guys, and you guys need to implement these in order to automate your business and start making that money. That's what we're going to be talking about today. That's what you need in order to hit your first 6-figure year. And if you don't do these things, they're very simplistic. I had somebody tell me the other day, these are so simple, why did you even bother making a webinar? I said, yeah, they're simple. Everybody tells you this, but are you implementing them? No, 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 and no. Didn't have any of them, okay? They're very powerful when you implement them, and you implement them and you let them compound on each other. These things will make you a buttload of money. Everybody's telling you guys this stuff. I'm not going to tell you anything that you haven't heard or don't know, but I'm going to put an emphasis on it that you haven't heard before, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how to make those shifts today, all right? I already told you a little bit about who I am. I built my first profitable business while I was deployed in Afghanistan back in 2011. I did garner the attention of, actually, I'm going to tell you that in a minute. What happened when I came back after we built that business, me and my wife ended up going into business together. We've successfully worked currently with over 257 clients, building funnels, building online profitable marketing funnels. And we're talking about, some pretty big clients, some are pretty small, but the bottom line is we learned a lot from working with all these people and helping them make more money and incrementally making more money ourselves. Like I was telling you, 2013, I garnered the attention of Jeff Walker from Product Launch Formula, and he invited me out to tell his stories on stage there at PLF Live. That was one of the coolest things that's ever happened. And of course, we've become expert funnel strategists, and we do consulting. So here's a picture of Karen and I. She also goes by the name Rogue Copywriter. She runs her own 6-figure business aside from what I do, where she doesn't really teach people how to do sales copy. She writes it. So if you need sales copy, you go to her. Over on the top right, that's me at the Jeff Walker thing. Down at the bottom right, that's me and my mastermind group at TNC last year. Okay, now, like I've always told people, it wasn't always like that. Things take time. They don't happen overnight. I didn't become this person. I've always been that person that came from a fairly poor family, and I've built my way up. That's the kind of thing that you guys want to hear. But throughout all this experience, everything that I've done, I've been able to create what's called these 5 shifts. I've been able to build these 5 principles so that I could give them back to you. When all this was happening, I had no idea that this is where I would end up in life, okay? But that's what's happened. I'm going to teach you these 5 shifts so that you can go and do the same thing and become super awesome in your business, delivering digital products and digital content online. All right, number 1. You need an automated and unstoppable flow of new leads coming into your business. If you don't have this, you are screwed. You are in trouble, and I'm going to switch to my automatic cell phone here, which is going to give me a lot of leniency here when I flip through the slides. So you need to create leads. You need the stream to be as automated as possible, and you never want this flow of leads to stop. That's your bottom line, okay? Think of leads like your own personal army. Without a recruiting station for the army, they stop getting leads or new recruits, right? So what happens if the army stops getting recruits? The army would dry up and it would die, right? And somebody else's army is going to come along, and they're going to come over and they're going to beat ours up because we don't have one, right? Because they're all going to be dried up. They're going to be gone. That's why there's always going to be job security as a recruiter. There's always recruiting. So that's what you guys should be doing. You guys should always be recruiting or looking for leads in your business. Now, the odds are already stacked in your favor, thanks to Google, though. So you guys have to take a proactive approach in what you're doing. Lucky for you, 90% of people who learn about lead flow and what I'm about to tell you guys will sit in their office chair and they're going to do nothing about it. And that leaves the door open for you to swoop in and get this part right. So if you guys can get this part right, if you guys get your leads down, and your business is going to thrive. I guarantee it. Okay, real quick, when you guys get this right, you guys are never going to run out of warm leads. You guys are going to always have something to sell to, somebody to sell to. You guys screw this up, your business is going to go down the tube. I do guarantee that, all right? Let's talk about what's happening up to this point. You guys have an opt-in page, and you guys are going to give something away to get something from that. You're going to drive people to an opt-in page from organic means, from ads, apps, Google's, banner ads, Facebook, from Twitter, from LinkedIn, from blogs, YouTube, whatever it is, you're going to get traffic. This is what the beginning of our funnel looks like. As we go through this webinar, I'm going to continue creating this so that you can see exactly what it looks like, okay? Any questions on that, just let me know. All right. Important lesson here is always be building your list. You don't want your list to go stagnant, and you always want that list of people to be coming to you, all right? Number two, a little bit of change of pace. Number two, you guys have to be willing to give something away. I've talked to so many people that are so tight. They're such tight wads. They just want to keep their fist closed. They never want to give anything away. And I talked to a gentleman the other day. He said, I said, are you giving anything away? That's how you're going to build lists. He was so happy to have his first opt-in, but he wasn't willing to give anything away. It was just completely random fluke that he had an opt-in for his business. I said, well, you got to give something away. And his first instinct was to say, I can't afford to give anything away in my business. I said, dude, you can't afford not to give anything away, because if you hold on to everything in the online world, you're going to fail. I guarantee it. If you have to come up with something of value that you guys can give away, or your business is going to go down the crapper faster than anything. We make a living by what we get, okay? We make a life by what we give, all right? For us greedy folks out there, this is a little hard to grasp sometimes, so it's time to jump on our spiritual bandwagon for just a minute. It's a little more blessed to give than to receive. We're going to get into the scripture stuff, right? Proverbs, one man gives freely, yet gains even more. Another withholds unduly, but comes to poverty, all right? This is what got me a lot of times. I mean, we've all been there, but the deal is people online are skeptics. People online don't want to give you money. They're here for information, so you have to give them information and then try to sell them. You want to get them on your email list and then try to make them offers once you've proven that you're a super awesome dude that can provide super awesome value, okay? Think about the way that this works in the offline world. I think I'm coming up to this, but yeah, give me a minute. I'm going to get right back to that story. Let's do a quick review where we're at from here. Back to the funnel thing. Next is our green box, lead magnets. In order to get the opt-in, you have to be willing to open up a little. You got to give back. All right, so take your ads, drive them to an opt-in page, drive that to a lead magnet. So you're going to email them a lead magnet, and then you're going to give something. That's what you're giving away in the online world. Now, in the offline world, we can do something different. I live in St. Augustine, so when I go downtown, I hang out, I go to a pizza place. There's a girl out there every single time, or a guy, whoever. I just happen to have a picture of a chick here, and this pizza girl is always handing out. She sits out there every single time I go past. She's got a little plate of little pizza bites, little tiny pizza bites. There's a bunch of pizza places downtown, okay? There's a lot of them that I could go to. Keep that in mind while I'm telling you the story. This lady hands out these pizza bits. I come by, I grab one, I go, that's pretty good. She's like, well, you should come on in. Here's our specials for the day. You could get this. You can get a slice for $2. I'm like, okay, so do you see what they're doing? They're providing value. They're giving me a sample. Imagine doing this in the online world. You give somebody a sampling of your stuff. If you have a gigantic $2,000 course, trust me, there's something you should be able to pull out of that course, a PDF document, a checklist, a resource guide, something of some value should be able to come out of that particular thing. So what I'm trying to get at here is don't be a tightwad. Open your hand. Be generous. If you don't do this, you will not get all the sales in the world. You will probably not get any because you're just trying to sell people. And when you just try to sell people online, you're not going to make it. I can guarantee it. All right. So number 3 is make the buying decision easy. Can you guys do that for me? All right. The marketing strategy shift says exactly that. You have to make it easy for them. How simple is it to make a sale on your website? Are you painting a good picture of what your life-changing product will do for them? Everybody talks about the stuff, but they steer clear of what it will actually do for them. That's called a benefit. Okay. What do people do after they get that free sample. You put them on a thank you page, and then you ask them to buy something. You pose a problem, because in every solution is an inherent problem, and when they have a problem, they need a solution. You're about to provide them with that one. So, okay, great. That you gave them something for free. Now you're going to offer them something with a low barrier entry. Ryan Dice calls this a tripwire. He used to call it a self-liquidating offer. I call it a buy something for a little bit cheaper than your bigger price product, like $7, $17, $27. I did a funnel the other day for a photography studio. I said, what can you guys give them when they opt in? And they said they didn't know. So we were giving them a free offer a coupon for a free sitting and maybe 25% off of something. Maybe not the big package that you have to offer. And they're like, okay, great. Now what can we sell them on the spot after they opt in? Okay, so now they end up getting, I said, what if you gave them like some special treatment? What if you told them you could do VIP, call it VIP sitting. Okay, that's what photographers do. They need somebody in their seats so that they can take pictures. When they get pictures of somebody, they can hold those pictures ransom, so that they can get the people to come back and pay them money to buy those pictures because they look so awesome. Okay, the first thing that you want to do, maybe say, hey, I'll take you out for give me $7 right now. I'll put you at the front of the schedule. I'll treat you right when you get here. I'll wine and dine you, and I'll take you to 3 places and let you do 3 costume changes. Like, in the photography world, I call it costume changes. It's really what, you go out for wedding or senior photos or something. It's a wardrobe change. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. When you make that decision easy, it's got to be. Think about it in this terms. Would it be stupid for you to not get it? If it's stupid for you to not get it, it's probably the right product. All right, think about a book. In the online digital world, you could give away a book and people would probably buy it. Okay, would you say that if I told you, here, let me check something real quick. Online marketers are confusing the buyers, blah, blah, blah. Here's what I'm doing for you guys, okay? I'm going to kind of breeze through some of this because I think you guys understand what I'm getting to. When you get online, there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of stupid stuff going on. People are putting up these old pages that look like they came out of the year 1989 or something, and they don't look very good. All these pages that I'm showing you right now actually came from, where did they come from? They came from ClickBank, so the affiliate site. So people actually selling stuff using a page. I can't believe that people are making any money off of this. I mean, there's something to be said about simplicity, but if you're going to charge a good amount of money for what you have to look credible. Does this look credible on any level at all? I don't think so. Okay? A lot of these are just flat out confusing. I can't tell what's going on with half of them. And you know what happens when you confuse people? When you're like, I don't know. I just don't think so. I just don't understand. Right? I'm going to say that again. They just don't understand. So where do they go? They go to some other place. Think about the pizza place I just talked about. If I walked by there and the chick started talking to me going, yeah, why don't you come in? I've got 10 specials. You can get this for $2. If you get this for $5, if you sit in the back, I'll give you 5% off. If you do this, I got 20% off here. Or you can get pizza plus extra cheese plus bologna plus all this stuff, and we got these other specials where we'll create some crazy vegetarian pizza. They start telling me all this stuff. I'd be like, I don't know what the hell you just said, dude, or dudette, depending on the situation, right? So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go, hey, that's cool, you're cute, but thanks, I'm on my way out. So I'm going to go down the street and I'm going to find the other place. By the way, I haven't been to any of the other pizza places in downtown St. Augustine. The only place I've ever been is the one that handed me something free outside. So let's continue looking at these stupid looking websites that people happen to build. Don't make your website look like it came from a hacker. Okay? If you have a hacked like looking site, it kills your credibility. So make sure that you're building a real website. Okay, look, so you guys can tell the point that I'm trying to make you guys is that websites and sales, they're not doing good a lot of places around the internet because people are just not putting the time into them that they should be putting into them. Okay, if your website doesn't look valuable, it's not going to be perceived as valuable. Perception is reality. If your site or your sales funnel looks like crap, if it has bad copy, if it's not designed well, then guess what? People are going to move on. They call that a bounce. And you don't want high bounce rate. Google's going to penalize you. All right? well put together website or sales funnel, on the other hand, will make for an easy sell. If you know how to sell it, if you know how to design it, if you can put together a good offer, people will take it because it would be stupid not to, correct? That's how you make easy sales. You're going to make an offer that your market can't can't refuse. Okay, you want to solve a problem that your audience has, and you'll get the sales that you want, the sales that you need in order for your business to move on. The other thing that this is going to do for you, when you can get somebody to take that next step and go from a lead magnet to giving you money, it changes the entire dynamic of your business customer relationship. Okay, you're the server, they're the customer. And let me tell you something, when you go from when you take your wallet out of your back pocket and you get your credit card out and you start giving them money in any way, shape, form, or another, you are creating a bond, a relationship with them, creating a whole new dynamic that will allow you, I'm trying to think of the way that I wanted to say that. That customer that's now giving you money will be more likely, when I say more likely, I mean like 10 times more likely to give you money in the future. So that's what you want to. You want to get the most people up front to give you some kind of money. Like I've got a book sitting on my desk. It's called 80/20 Sales and Marketing. It was a penny. It's a full-on book with chock full of more information than I could ever know what to do with. It was stupid for me not to take it because it was a penny. The ad that drove me to the page where they gave that book away was a penny. I was like, hell no. I'm going to get that book. And then when I bought it, guess what they did? They tried to sell me something else. Okay, so it was a penny plus shipping and handling. So the guy probably didn't make any money on it, but it was stupid for me to not buy it, so I bought it. And what happened was he got a lead out of it. So looking here at this funnel, they drove an ad, put me on an opt-in page. And the opt-in page might have said, hey, want to learn 80/20 sales and marketing? I probably said yes. Okay, and then they drove me to their lead magnet. So I got that. Actually, I think that ad and that lead magnet, it might be a bad example because the lead magnet and the tripwire were the same thing. So they dropped me right there on the impulse buy and then made me buy their stuff. So let's give you, I already told you about the pizza. Eben Pagan, you guys probably heard of him. He had an alias called David D'Angelo back in the day. People would come to his website to learn how to date women. All right, guys, dorky guys that needed help dating chicks would go to Eben Pagan or his alter ego of David D, and they would go to his website and it would say, you want to know when a girl is ready to kiss you? And people would be like, yeah. How do I figure that out? Okay, great. Put your email address in the box and I'll tell you. And then they go on to the next page and it tells you, and you get this cool story about how it worked for chicks. They put their hands in their hair and they're like, oh, I really like this. This is so nice. And then you can kiss them, whatever. Who cares, right? And then what happens? They drop you on that. You're like, oh, cool. You just gave me so much value that I want to buy whatever you have next. And then you're able to sell them something else, okay? His tripwire was a $20 ebook. All right, we're talking about timeshares. If you guys get stuck in the world of timeshares, you guys are in trouble. All right, make sure that you've got balls of steel. If you ever go to a timeshare presentation down at like Myrtle Beach or Lake Tahoe, they're going to trick you guys over the phone trying to get you guys to go to a 4-day free vacation in one of those places. Guess what? All those places have a sales center. You go to those sales center, you go through the presentation. The best salesmen in the entire world are timeshare salesmen, and they're all crooked shank mother effers. Okay, not to be mean about timeshare salesmen, but they're all crooked. Okay, so go in there and learn something from those guys, and then they're going to upsell you on something that costs or has absolutely no value. All right, so make a great first offer. Don't be afraid to lose money. If you guys, I think you guys probably have it down from here at this point. I kind of tend to kick a dead horse while it's down and just keep on pushing this in because I want you guys to get the point that we're making, okay? Let's see, I've got a lot more for you guys in the next shift. Hold on, let's see what we have. Have more than one product to sell your buyers. Let's talk about that real quick, okay? Having more than one thing to sell to your market. When they download something, be ready to sell them something. We've talked about that a little bit to this extent. When they buy something, be ready to sell them something else, which means have your crap together. Have more than one product. Okay, the good news is that most people have a ton of products that they can sell already. They just don't know it. They normally have, most people create this big gigantic course and try to sell it for a little bit of nothing. Okay, and then what happens when I start working with them is I help them to see the value in what they're building and then we break it apart and sell the smaller pieces off for more amounts of money, and then upsell them to the entire course that's probably worth $2,000. I don't know if you guys ever saw the movie Pretty Woman, but that's what, I don't even remember the guy's name. That's what he did in that movie. He was a businessman. He went and he bought businesses, and I think he bought like businesses, the actual buildings that they worked in. What he would do is compartmentalize these businesses and these buildings, and he would break them apart. So he might buy a business for $1 million and then break it down into 10 different pieces and sell the pieces for $300,000. And then I'm just making numbers up, by the way. And he would break those numbers up and then sell the entire thing for the sum of the money. So he was basically flipping what was going on. And he would take $1 million product, flip it around, and make $3 million on it. I mean, with those particular stats that I just gave you. So that's the idea. You want more things to sell. Oops, went the wrong way on that one. So here, I don't have a lot of slides on this one. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about a guy that I used to work with. His name was Frank. Actually, his name wasn't Frank, but I'm going to call him Frank just to save a little bit of face. This guy wanted my advice. He wanted somebody to tell him the way that it needed to be and tell him what needed to be done because he wanted it to be done that way. But he only wanted to listen to one person. You guys probably all know somebody like this, and that person was himself. So let's talk a little bit more about Frank and how he played this game. All right, Frank had one product and a ton of drive and aspiration. And apparently, he had a lot of money, about 20K. Like Jeff Walker likes to say, it's great to have a lot of motivation, but if you have a ton of motivation and you run 100 miles an hour as fast as you can into a brick wall, then, well, you get what you get. So here's how this went down. Frank had 20K. Frank spent 20K over the course of 9 months. Okay? Hold on, I got to stop for a minute here. He created one funnel that was designed to sell one product. Okay? The product was approximately 55 minutes in length. Are you guys seeing any problems here yet? Let's move on. All right. Let's continue the saga. Frank, after 9 months, was ready to go to market, and what he was bringing to the you know what? I hate notes. I hate notes when it comes to doing all these slides and these webinar presentations because I know the story so well and I can't do what I'm trying to do. So I'm just going to tell you the story. All right. Bottom line, Frank had this perfect freaking product. It was stellar. I helped him make the product, but I never once condoned the fact that it was taking him 9 months to build the stupid thing. I hated the fact that he was putting that much time into it. After we got done, I mean, it was perfect. He spent so much time. He got his hair right. He got the pictures right, the video right. The whole thing was short. He could have made the whole thing in like 10 minutes, 55 minutes, because that's how long it was, right? When we got done, we took it to market, and we had nobody to launch to. I told him a long time ago, 9 months prior to that launch date, I said, do you have a list? Do you have people? Do you have a tribe? Do you have people that are following you from anywhere for any reason whatsoever? And he didn't. He never did. He never had anybody there that was there to work with him or to buy something from him. So on day one of his launch, we launched his product, and what did he have? A bunch of crickets. Nobody was there to buy his stuff. I said, dude, I hate to be the one to tell you, but I told you so. I go, so this is why we talk about leads and lead flow from the very beginning. You want to be building those leads, and then you want to get them into the funnel, so that way you can have some people to buy when you get there, okay? So he went balls to the wall, doing everything that he had, spending more money, $2,000 in ads, and guess how much he made after doing all this stuff? He made $2,200, which actually isn't too bad. I kind of figured this one funnel that he created wouldn't be too bad, that it would probably work, but I knew he had another problem in store for him, okay? He made $200 after everything, and the reason is because he only made because he spent $2,000 in ads and he made $2,200. He only made $200. That doesn't include the other $20,000 that he spent on the product itself. Okay, you guys seeing where this is going? If he was able to break even. If you can break even, by the way, on a funnel, you have a license to print money, especially if you can sell a $200 product out of the gate. Okay, and that's what he was able to do. He had the best product and the best niche that he could have ever possibly come up with, and he knew it. Okay, But because he took so long to make up that product and he didn't make more products, he didn't have anything else to sell to them. He didn't have an upsell. He didn't have a cross-sell. He didn't have downsells. He didn't have anything to package up and sell them for more money. So when he made $2,000, he could have made $4,000. He could have made $8,000 based on the type of funnel that I'm teaching you guys how to build right now. You guys should be able to make $100 per funnel per day, and then of course tally that up over the month. You end up with what, $3,000 or what? I don't even know what it is, but you're gonna make a lot of money when you build that up. Let me do a quick review so you guys can see exactly where this is going. You take the ads to the opt-in page. That's what he did. He got their name and email address so that he could watch a video. They watched that video and then they went through his product and his impulse buy. He kind of took them straight to a core product of $97 or $200, and he kind of missed the impulse buy. So he lost a lot of customers in the customer flow here. So he didn't have as many people to sell to. Okay, he kept saying, well, these people want the best of everything, and they're not going to see the value in a $7 product. I said, so sell it for $47. Okay, sell something. Find something, take this entire 55-minute product that you created and sell it for $47, and then upsell something else for $297 or $1,000. Speaking of which, I think that's the next part of this. You could have another upsell. It could be $1,000. It could be $2,000. It could be $5,000. Okay, that's how this works. Online, you have a bunch of skeptics. I told you about that already. So you have to go up. You take your price low and then go up. And this is dependent on your market. If your market is somebody who is in the kind of market that he was in, where they like things to be the best of the best of the best, you can ask for more money up front. Okay, because they're willing to do that. Depending on the market that you're in, you can ask for more money. Okay, so the bottom line, before I kick this all too much, is to just make more products. You don't have to spend, guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. That was where Frank had a problem with us. Okay, so make more stuff, make it quicker so that you can get this stuff ready to go. I'll tell you a little bit more in a minute in shift 5 about what happened to Frank. All right, never stop communicating. Okay, hold on. We're on final stretch. This is the last one that I'm going to tell you guys about. I did make up another one. I'll tell you what that here is in just a second, but we're not going to spend a ton of time on it. It's not sales copy, but what I want you to take away from this is that you never want to stop communicating with your tribe. Okay, if you built a tribe or a list or a group of followers on Facebook, on Twitter, on email, on anything, the biggest problem that I see that people do is they go, look at my list. I have a whole bunch of people on my list. I worked with a guy that had 100,000 people on his list, and he was making $1 million a year, and he never emailed the list. I was like, how are you making $1 million a year? And you haven't ever emailed your list. I said, imagine if he was emailing his list. Imagine the amazing amount of money that he would be making if all he did was email his list once or twice, 3 times a week, and offer them something else, just like shift number 4. Have something else to sell them. Imagine if he tried to solve another problem that they had. He would have had a $10 million company, a $20 million company, and not just a $1 million company. And I say just a $1 million company. That must be pretty nice to have. I would imagine that he was working his butt off. But if I had the choice between making $1 million a year and sending 3 emails every week and making $20 million, I guarantee you I'd start communicating and sending out some emails. Okay, so if you're only sending one email or one email newsletter, an email, an offer, or one post on Facebook every 2 months, then shame on you. Your business is going to die. It's going to go down the crapper. Okay, that's not how this program works. That's not how internet marketing works. It's a dead simple trade-off. Be there for your tribe. Be their leader. If they buy something from you, then be there for them. Okay, they're looking to you for guidance and leadership. Okay, do this and you will have the dream life that you guys have always been looking for. Okay, I want to live home. I want to live up in the mountains. I'm working on going to the mountains and building a damn nice house that I can live in and be proud of and invite my family and friends over to and have Christmas time, Thanksgiving time. That's what I've always wanted. I hope to God I can do it while my grandparents are still alive, But if you don't build this kind of a business where you have some freedom built into it, then you'll never have those things that you want. If you want a beach house, if you guys want nice cars, if you want to flaunt that stuff around, that's on you. I don't necessarily need that, although I do think it would be cool to have a Beamer, okay? But stop connecting with your tribe. See what happens, okay? It'll all go away. I guarantee it. You guys won't have a business, and that's exactly what happened to Frank here, and I'll tell you a little bit about him in a minute here. Okay, so you guys see this. You guys have already seen this. You've seen where people are going. Now, we're talking about your tribe. You're going to have a tribe on emails, social media. You're going to drive those people to opt-in pages for more offers. You're going to drive them to lead magnets, your impulsive buys, and you're going to drive them to your core products, okay? Probably not a great idea to send them to $1,000 plus offers directly from social media and emails. So we're going to do webinars. Now you can drive traffic from emails to your webinars and then drive them from your webinar to a core product that's anywhere from $297 on up, or $1,000 or $2,000. Anything over $2,000, you're going to have a hard time selling it. Okay? So if you guys stop doing these things, you're going to be what I like to call dead in the water. Only it's worse. It's just like you ran out of gas and you don't want to go downstairs to grab the extra gas tanks. Instead, you'll just drift aimlessly out to sea when you could have done something about it. So let's finish off the Frank conversation. Crap, I didn't mean to go that one so fast. All right. So Frank, amongst all the other crap that he did wrong in the previous example, he wouldn't, in fact, he refused to send emails. He wouldn't communicate with his tribe because he wanted everything to be perfect. There is no perfect. All you need to do is be there, say something. Be around when somebody asks a question and be there to answer the questions that they have. It doesn't have to be perfect. And he wouldn't email anybody. He never did. He never told them about his other products, which he doesn't even have. Still to this date doesn't have them. He's out building credentials and doing all this other stuff, and he's completely avoiding the fact that he could have a beautiful business online making money on autopilot, but he's out doing his own thing. Okay? So here's what happened to Frank. Frank's out, he's not at McDonald's, but he's doing his own thing, working for somebody else, working on somebody else's schedule, maybe getting a week or two of vacation a year, and having to deal with somebody else telling him what to do every day and how to do it. And I've heard he calls me up every now and then and says, "How's things going? I say, "How's this going? How's that going?" He's always full of excuses. He's always got some reason to not be doing the stuff, and I had to stop associating myself with people like that. And if you're in that situation, you need to stop focusing your attention and your problems on people like that. And if you're the kind of person that makes excuses, you need to stop being that person. You need to make things happen in your own life. You are responsible for what happens. If you want it so bad that you're willing to put $20,000 plus training expenses, plus coaching expenses, plus the amazing amount of time that he put into it, you better damn well be ready to take that responsibility and put it on yourself. Okay? Unfortunately, he puts it on me. Because he was a client and he thinks that I didn't take him to where he wanted to be, and I told him from the beginning, that is your responsibility. It is your fault that you didn't do the things that I told you to do. Okay? So, bottom line, I want you guys to set up an automated email program and stay the F in touch, okay? Broadcast to your people, email to them, Facebook with them, be there for them, take care of them, offer them help. That's how you guys are going to get from where you are to where you guys want to be. Okay? All right, so let's we're going to just wrap this thing up here real quick. I'm going to go through this. I promise you guys to teach you guys what a real funnel is. I hope you guys have figured that out by now after showing you guys those reviews like 5 times. How to attract hundreds of leads per day using a client attraction method that almost all businesses are using. Even your local pizza joint is doing this. You guys get the idea of the tripwire, how to make an easy sale. Ask them to come in. Make it an offer that's stupid not to take. How to create mouth-watering desire that your potential clients cannot control. Remember, that goes right back into make it something that they'd be stupid not to take. Inject a little bit of sales copy into it. Really agitate the problem and then tell them that you have a solution for it and they should be willing to get it. Okay? How do you get your clients coming back to you week after week while consistently increasing your average customer value? You do that when you make contact with them, when you stay engaged, when you stay in touch, when you never stop communicating. That's how you're going to do this. That's how you get them to come back. Okay? When you stop communicating with them, they'll stop coming back. When you stop putting offers in front of them, they will stop paying you money. Okay? That's how you're going to increase your average customer value. All right. So what you guys need to win, a quick review of these principles. One, you have to have those leads. Never stop getting leads. Be willing to give something away. Make the buying decision damn easy. If you can make it really easy for them to go through the buying process and pick something up from you, then you're going to be all that much better for it. You need to have more than one product to sell to your buyers. Make sure that you create them in advance, because if you do one and you sell it and test it and see if it works, and guess what happens? They're going to buy something, and then you're going to go, oh, crap, shit, I don't have anything else to do. You're going to end up in the same boat as Frank. So make sure that you have something to sell to your dudes, okay? 5, never stop communicating. If you stop talking to them, you're in trouble. I guarantee it. I've driven that horse home enough. All right, one more thing. Number 6, I didn't talk about this in the webinar, but I just kind of came up with this last minute. You need to replace yourself. In order for you to have the freedom that you want, you need either online systems, tools, people, virtual assistants. You need to be able to work with people. Have a personal assistant, like a real person that comes to your office and cleans your place. Have somebody that comes there and does your errands for you. Have somebody that does your sales copy and your web work, builds your WordPress sites, your OP2 sites, your ClickFunnels pages. Have somebody that does that stuff. I have one client who has analytics. He does all of his analytics online. He pays somebody $400 a month to track his analytics, and then they give him a report every day, and then they do a consult every week, so they know exactly what to do in their business because of that analytics person. Okay? All right, hold on. These 5 shifts alone are enough to propel you to the 6 figures a year that you want to see, as long as you implement this stuff. Okay? If you do like I did and you just don't understand it, you didn't get it, or you don't do it in everything, you're not going to see it. You're going to fail a couple times. But when you start seeing the simplicity compounded, it becomes very powerful. I've told you guys that. Okay, what really pushed me over the edge was when I first started working with a coach. And I'm not talking about hanging out in a mastermind or casually talking to friends. Okay, I mean coaching, mentorship, having a dedicated guy or girl that digs into my problems or whatever. You know, in your case, they're going to dig into your deepest problems. They're going to help you to unscrew them. It's about having an unbiased eye there, somebody that you can work with. So when you work with that person, you take your feet off of the brakes. It's like going from a Ford Escort to the brand new Beamer that I talked about. And I'm talking about a good one, like one with a 450 horsepower engine or whatever in it. Okay? All right, hold on. I need a drink of water. But at this point, you guys have a choice to make. So listen up. Oh, man, I talk way too much for this. All right, listen up. I just taught you guys all this stuff. And now you have a choice. You can take all this information that I've just given you and you can forget about it. That's one choice, and it can be a really nice webinar. It can be something that you had a great time with today, a nice day. I'm glad you came. And if you do that and you don't do anything, then you guys are going to get stuck. If you guys could take everything that I just taught, I guarantee you could take it out and make a lot of money. And if you just stick it in the vault because it was free and you don't do anything with it, you're not going to make any money. I guarantee it. You're going to get stuck right where you're at. You know why you came here today. You know why you came here today. And I think I have a pretty good idea why you came here as well. And I believe that it's because you know that your business or a portion of your business is not working right now. So you have a choice. You can take this information that I just put in front of you and you can let it pass you by. Or you can take these ideas and you can do nothing. You can stay stuck right where you're at, and that's what's going to happen. You will be stuck. I've seen it in my own business. I've seen it in my clients' businesses. But if you don't implement these strategies, you're going to get stuck right where you're at. You're going to keep on trying and wondering, why isn't this working? You need to take responsibility for it, okay? You guys are going to struggle in your business until it collapses, okay? And I'm not saying that to be a dick. I'm saying that because I'm being a little bit direct, okay? The other option is that if you want to take your biz to the next level, if you want this to be the year that you finally create a 5 or 6 figure monthly income for yourself while you see your clients, your customers getting amazing results, while you experience all the freedom, the joy, the passion that comes from knowing that you're making a difference in the world, doing something that you love. If that's what you want, then here's what I have for you. I've got something in store, and it's called the 0 to 20K program, and I want to bring you guys into this and let you guys be a part of this world. And I have a really special option for you tonight, and you will not be able to get this if you guys wait and go into the future. I'm going to work with you step by step to create 6 funnels. Okay, you guys remember when I showed you these funnels up on the board or on the screen flow here. I mean the keynote. When I showed you that stuff, that was one funnel. Imagine that funnel was designed to get an average of $175 to $100 a day. Just to keep the math easy, I'm going to roll with $100 a day. So if you optimize that for max effective return on investment, that means you might start at 20 and go to 50 and then 75, and then you might tweak it out. It might take you a month or so. You're going to get that funnel to make you $100 a day. Now imagine if you did that twice. What if you made 2 of those funnels? Now you're at $200 a day, aren't you? Now what if you take that to 3? You're making $300 a day. What if you take that same funnel and you duplicate that 6 times? Now you're at $600 a day. Okay? All right. Now I'm going to keep like I said, I'm going to keep the math easy. But when you're making 6 of these funnels and they have an average income of $100 a day each, you now have an average income a day of $600 per month. That's $18,000. I know that's not 20K, but all you have to do is add one more funnel. Now per year, that's $218,000 per year. And all this comes down to is funnelage. The more money you want to make, the more times you duplicate that funnel and put up a different funnel on a different website, a different service, banner ads, Bing ads, Yahoo ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, wherever you want to put your ads, that's a new funnel. Okay, if you want to give something new away, you have a different lead magnet. If you have a different tripwire, all those different things lead into your core product, which is probably the same thing each and every time. Now, that is how you duplicate your business and you make more money. The first one is going to be the one that takes all the work, and you're going to get you're going to build templates for yourself. You're going to see what works. It's going to take you a month or two to get the first couple down. But after that, it's gravy. I worked with a guy who had 40 funnels. He was making $50,000 a month. Okay? Awesome to see that kind of thing in action, to see how that works. Okay? Now, I completely expect that you guys are going to be creating new funnels. If we work together, I expect that you'll be creating new funnels and new income streams within 2 weeks. And within 8, you'll have implemented and tested multiple funnels. Like I said a minute ago, you probably got about 2 or 3 of them within the 8 weeks that I'm talking about. And then you'll probably be, once you know this stuff, you can implement it pretty quick, and you're going to move on from there. Okay, I know that's hard to read. I should have changed the colors on this text. All right. Here's a testimonial that I had from a friend of mine, Eric. I started working with Eric 3 years ago, and I put together multiple funnels for this gentleman since he's so generous. And we have developed an amazing working relationship, a mentorship, and coaching program. And he says, Matt, one of the greatest things that I've ever done since starting this journey was developing my relationship with Matt King and his wife, Karen. In case you guys didn't know, I work with my wife quite a bit since she's a copywriter. His mentorship changed my life. I remember having 0 leads and nobody to sell to. Matt was working on a new strategy at the time and offered it up. After taking advantage, I implemented this strategy once, and I now have over 21,000 subscribers that cost me next to nothing. Okay? He sharpshoots my sales copy, my funnels, almost every decision that I make, and because of that, I've learned to stand on my own 2 feet as an internet marketer. I've turned nothing into something and implemented his teachings and advice, and since turned a 21,000 person list into a raving fan community and a private, quote, fishing pond that I can go to time and again to create near passive income whenever I want. Do other people know what these strategies are? Probably. I'd guarantee it. But why go to them when I can go to Matt and Karen? Okay? I love how he says that. Okay. Where are we at? All right, we're talking about the 0 to 20K program. If you guys want to know if this is for you, here's how this is going to work. If you guys want to drive more traffic in your business, if you guys want to make $20,000 in the next 6 months or less, I mean $20,000 per month, if you want to build and scale your business to that level, then this is the program for you. I'm building this up. We're starting this up now. We're building it and developing this program, and I want you to be a part of the live courses that we're going to run, okay? If you guys want to build a simple automated sales funnel, I want you to be there. I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. I'm going to have you guys over my shoulder showing you how to make simple sales funnels. Okay, test and optimize. Nobody wants to know how to test and optimize, but I'm going to show you guys how to do that anyway, because you need to do that. Numbers talk. Numbers speak. The only way to know know that you're getting from $25 on average per day to $100 average per day is to track your numbers and see where you need to test your funnels. Okay, I'm going to teach you guys how to work less while making more. If that's something that you guys want, then this is the right course for you guys. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what's inside the course at this point here. Week 1, this is an 8-week course that I'm designing to take you guys through, like I said, that consists of live Q&A calls on Thursday nights, or sometime on Thursday we're going to be doing those. And then on Mondays, we're doing a class on Mondays as we're going through this for this 8-week program. You guys are going to get access to this. If you miss one of the weeks or you get in on this program somewhere in the middle of this program, then you'll be able to get access to the courseware in the middle of, in the training portal, okay? So week 1, we're going to talk about how to design a mouth-watering offer. Okay, if you can't put together a good offer for somebody, they're not going to buy it from you. Okay, like I said, people are skeptics. They don't like anybody like you and me. They don't like the stuff that we have out there on the internet already. Hold on, I gotta drink some water. I'm going to go hoarse. All right, so I'm going to help you with your price, your target market, your niche, who you're working with, and help you get your offer down pat on week 1 so that you guys can go into the other weeks. You guys can hit the ground running. Okay. Week 2, funnel management 101. Okay, we're going to teach you guys all about funnels, how to create them, what to expect with your opt-in pages and your ads and your lead magnets and the different type of front-end offers that you guys can put together, the different types of upsells and how you guys can build those and how you can manage every single aspect of that. I want you guys to get a good overview of that so you understand what we're doing. I'm going to show you how to put that together. If you guys want to get a jump start on building your funnel or redesigning your funnel, you're more than welcome to. But in week 3, we're gonna work on getting it all online, quick and simple. You and I can get on the horn. As long as it's during these given class times or on our Q&As, we can get on. You can go into a hot seat. I can help you build your funnel. Okay, I'm going to do my best to use 2 different systems. One of those is ClickFunnels, and the other one is WordPress and OptimizePress 2. So if, I also use lead pages, and you can build a lot of these out using lead pages. So if you have 1 or 3 of those systems, and you want to use those in conjunction with each other, that is going to be the best setup for you guys, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. Okay. Week 4, I'm going to teach you guys how to drive traffic. Not all traffic, but I'm going to teach you guys a little bit of traffic driving, and probably going to be Facebook and Twitter. So if you guys get in on this, I'm going to teach you guys the basics of Facebook and Twitter so that you guys can start driving traffic to your funnels and getting some data. Okay. Week 5, I call this Product Avalanche 201. It's kind of like a college class of 101, 201, 301. Products, I'm going to teach you guys, we're going to go into your product and we're going to make sure that we break it down into the parts and pieces that it needs to be at. We're going to break it down to the level that it needs to be at, because if you don't have all the parts and pieces in place that you need, then it's not going to matter. Okay? What we're going to do is break down all of your products and pieces, and we're going to brainstorm future products that you guys can build into your business. In week 6, we're going to talk about the numbers. What are they telling you? What are your data? What are your analytics? Because all your numbers are telling you something, and you need to build a dashboard so that you can see what those stats are, and then come back to that and redevelop your funnel as necessary. Week 6 is where we're really going to jump into that. We're going to have stats at this time so we can look at those. Week 7, sales copy, down and dirty. I'm going to put together, my wife is a sales copywriter. Like I said, we're going to get together and do a quick course for you and show you guys some of the down and dirty copy hacks, basically, that you guys can implement and develop into your sales copy. This is more stuff that you guys can use to test and tweak. Okay, headlines, subheadlines, beginning statements, your bullets, features and benefits, this kind of thing, guarantees, calls to action, when they should be where, how you should be setting them up, what they should be doing for you. That's what we're going to talk about week 7 so that you guys can get the most sales out of your funnels. Week 8. Where we're going to teach you guys some tactics about how to take yourself out of the equation. And then, of course, at that point, all you have to do is duplicate the process as many times as you want. You can go back through this funnel or this course, watch all this stuff, get the basics down, go back through and recreate your funnels, okay? And, where are we at? Who this is for? I'm going to be... All right, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't take everybody into these. There's a lot of people that I've learned, over 257 clients, that are just a straight pain in the ass, I'll be honest with you. And I don't like those kinds of clients. I don't want you to be that kind of client. If you are, we'll figure it out in time. But where I want you guys to be, if you guys want to work with me, you have to be absolutely committed to hitting your income goals and have a very true and genuine concern for your customers and clients' well-being, okay? If you don't, then you guys should probably take a hike, all right? You guys need to have real expertise. You need to have testimonials and gotten real results for people, case studies to back up your claims. You guys must have reached some level of success or have had some level of momentum built with your current business. Okay, if you guys just figured out today what a webinar was, this is not the right place for you guys, and it's really not. It's going to be an uphill battle for you, and you're not going to like me because you're going to be like, it's a little more of an advanced course. Okay, it's not really for basics. All right, why I'm doing this, I'm coming to you. I put this slide in here just before doing this because I wanted you guys to know why we're doing this, why I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it. And that's because I want to help you guys build your business, for one, but number two, I do this because of my family, okay? I've spent personally 18 years in the Army fighting for the cause, fighting for what true freedom is, and not just for myself, but for everyone else, for every one of you guys. And not just in America, in every country in the world. Everyone should know what it's like to have true freedom and not to have to worry about working until noon on the day of their own freaking funeral. Okay? Nobody should ever have to worry to that extent. All right? All right. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what I've seen out in the world, out in the internet marketing world. There's guys that'll help you do this. It costs you $20,000. They'll do it with you. They'll charge you $10,000. There's high-end groups, mastermind groups. There's high-end groups online even. They'll cost you anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 just to become a part of their group and have them give you some advice, and you'll have access to the same people that are in groups that are unpaid. Okay, so it's really not, it's kind of getting to the point where it's a commodity. It's really not worth it. And you can also get one-on-one coaching. I did this a few times. You're going to pay $2,000 to $5,000 a month for somebody to guide you and coach you and make you think for yourself. Most people don't want to think for themselves. That's why I got into coaching. I got into consulting because things go a little bit quicker. All right, we're going to wrap this up here real quick. I guarantee it. Online marketing courses, you're going to find this stuff, PLF style, $2,000. Continuity blueprint, any of the stuff that Ryan Dyson, digital marketers, sell. Most of his courses are $2,000. All right. What I'm going to offer you guys today is going to be a lot better than that. I want to be able to give you guys the best price that I can for you for right now, because I know that I can help you, and I know that you're at a level where you can implement this stuff and take this stuff through and make a lot of money with it. Okay, $497. You'll never see this price ever again. I guarantee it. So after we're done developing and creating and building this course, you'll never see this price again. This is an early adopter price, and once we've filled out the course and developed the course, this price will go up to $1,000. I guarantee it. And if we so desire, we may put it up to $2,000 in the future. So right now is your best option. I will not make payment options on it, because that is a payment price in and of itself as far as I'm concerned. Once we get to the $1,000 price point or the $2,000 price point, we might think of that. But for right now, it's straight up $497. That's what you guys are going to put into it. And you guys are going to make a lot of money. If you do what I said, you will be at $20,000 a month within 6 months. Okay, that's why it's $500, and it should be much more. But because we're developing it and I want you guys to be in on it, that's what we're doing. So there's a button that just popped up. You guys take your time. I know, don't take your time, but click on that button that just popped up. over on the right sidebar or just under this video, wherever it ended up popping up, or you can just click on this link here. Actually, it's not clickable, so type that into your web bar, guidanceplease.com, go /0 to 20K, all right, ZERO2, the number, and 20K written out. All right, and that'll take you to where you guys need to go. My guarantee, while you guys are going through this course, I guarantee that if you guys do what I say and you guys implement the funnelage that I'm teaching you guys and putting out for you, you will make money. Okay, that's my guarantee. If you guys get through this and you're not making money, you let me know. We'll look at your stats, we'll see where you're at, and we'll find out why it's not making money. And if we can't figure out a solution, I'll be more than happy to give your money back because I lied to you. And that's not what I want to do. I don't want to be known as the guy that's lying or giving out bad information or not fulfilling on my promises. That's not me. I'm not here to lie to you. And if I can't get you what I'm telling you I will get you, then I'll give you every dollar that you spent to me, I'll give it back. Okay? So again, that's $497. You guys aren't going to get this offer too much more. So click on the button or put in the price, or I'm sorry, the link here, www.guidanceplease.com /0 to 20K, and you guys could take advantage of that option right now. Okay, like I said, the price is going to go up after we develop this course. It is going to go up. We have to do this. What we're doing is going to make you a lot of money. Even if you screw this whole thing up, maybe you're only making $10,000 a month. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't make it to 20K. Whatever. You continue doing this stuff. You continue tweaking and testing and developing and duplicating. You will be at $20,000 a month. As long as you have a digital product and you develop your plan in accordance with those principles and shifts that I just talked to you guys about, you will be where you want to be within 6 months. I guarantee it. That's $497. Right now, I'm going to give you guys online access. You guys are going to get the Q&A calls. You guys are going to get access to all this stuff in the online portal as we develop it and put this stuff up. All my buyers are going to be dumped into a I don't want to say dump, that sounds bad, but I'm going to put you guys into a private group on Facebook so you guys can hang out, chit-chat with each other. We're going to put all the resource guides, the PDFs. I'm going to try and get stuff transcribed, and I'm going to put that stuff up there for you guys. So you guys will have access to everything that's going to help you guys get from where you are to where you want to be. That's all I've got. I hope you guys have found some really awesome value out of this. Thank you for coming to the webinar today, and this has been a super awesome time. I mean, you guys can see the passion that I put into this, and I put just as much effort and passion into the product itself. One thing I will put out is that I'm not quite so animated and vibrant during my courseware because most of it really is strictly training. I'm going to show you how to do everything that we just laid out. All these funnels, I'm going to show you exactly what needs to go into each and every one of those. So if you guys get the opportunity to jump on board this right now, I don't want this to be about price. Because I already taught you guys about what it was to devalue your product, but because we're going through this development process and making this the best product that it can be, I want to have that personal contact with you guys, and I want you guys to have the bottom line, bottom dollar. I want you guys to have the best opportunity that you can in order to work with me and my staff, with Karen, with my virtual assistants. Okay, I'm going to teach you guys everything that you need to know within 8 weeks in order to build the best online digital product sales machine that you guys could ever imagine and get it done to the point where you guys are going from either nothing or $1,000, a couple $1,000 a month, whatever it is. If you guys are stuck, this is where you guys are going to make it to the $20,000 a month mark. I guarantee it. Guys, I got to run, and I will catch you guys later. If you have any questions whatsoever, hit us up in our Stronger Minds group on Facebook or shoot me a message at Matthew@guidanceplease.com. That's, again, Matthew@guidanceplease.com, or, yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's your options, all right? So I'll catch you guys later.